I'm Brett. This is A Kick in the Grass, a football manager story. And this is Rayo Vallecano, Season 5. It's onwards and upwards. I hope. We're into the start of Season 5 and the initial budgets have been set. If we head into the finance page, the club has given us $5 million, just over. We have $1 million to spend on the wage budget. That's a healthy $100,000 to spend per week. We've only got $4 million in the overall balance. That will improve as we get our TV money closer towards the start of the season. The club have come to us with their vision and expectations for the coming season. They want us to play really attractive football, high tempo, entertaining. We're already doing that, so they should be pretty happy. In the plan of where we need to do with competitions, they want us to qualify for the Euro Cup 2 with our finishing position, and in the Euro Cup, want us to get to the second round knockout. If we look towards the season after, they want us to start qualifying for the Champions Cup and challenge for a domestic cup. I think that's in line with what I want to do as well. We're on the squad depth page just to see where we need to do some work in the transfer window. We're pretty good at striker. Got a couple of people that can help out Umar Sadiq. Centre attacking midfield's looking really strong, as well as on the right. The left is probably our weakest area. We don't have a really high quality person there. In the centre of midfield, we look like we've got a lot of backup, which is great. If we head down and look at the defence, we've got backups and quality across the whole back four. The defensive centre is probably where I'd like to add just a little bit more quality. And in goalkeeper, soon, I'd really like to replace Luis Carias with someone of top quality. That's going to take some cash though. All right, let's go and have at this transfer window. I'll catch you all back up when it's over, and we'll see if we've improved the squad. We're on the facilities page. I thought it'd be a good chance to have a look at what we've upgraded and where we're headed to with Rayo. We are currently in a 17,000 all-seater stadium. I believe we are renting that for a little bit because we're due to move into our 23,500 capacity Vallecano Stadium later in this year. As far as training facilities go, we have superb training facilities, excellent youth facilities, exceptional academy coaching, and exceptional youth recruitment. We've been spending a bit of money on that each and every year. We're in 4 competitions this year. We are in the Spanish Super Cup, Spanish Cup, Euro Cup, and the Spanish First Division, of course. Our Euro Cup group has been drawn. We've been drawn with Arsenal, Bodo, and AGF. I'd be pretty upset if we didn't qualify in second at least for that group. We've made a great start to the La Liga this year. We've played 2 and we've won both. We've beaten Leganés and Atletico Pamplona, 3-1 win and a 5-1 win. Big victories to start the season. If we check the season preview, which I don't do very often, you can see that we are odds of 33-1 to win the league. We are predicted to finish 8th, which isn't very good. We've finished above that every other season. We have absolutely no one in the Dream 11, but we do have some players getting up there. We have Billy Gilmore and also Muharrem Aydemir, one of our wonder kids. Our finances are looking a little healthier than when we last saw them. TV money's come in. We've got 30 million in the bank, and that's after we've done all of our transfers. All right, we're just in the transfers to see what we've done this year. On the outs, we've got Timothy Pemberley. He's gone for 3.7 million. He only played 1 season for us, only played 4 games. We got him for free, and we've made 3.7 million. It's good business. We also got rid of Christian Blanco. He's a new gen. He didn't play for us. 400k, a little bit of money. Happy with that. On the ends, we have Marek Chasilski. He comes in for free. He's a new gen as well. He looks really good. He's already valued at 21 to 27 million. He's a potential striker, but his finishing needs to improve. That fickle personality, not the best one to have. We got him for free, so it's a good chance to see how we go with him. We got Marko Manic, another regen. He's 19 years old. He's a central defender. He's got great height. He's 6'5", and he's got some pretty good attributes already. Once again, fickle personality seems to be the theme so far this year. I got really high hopes for him. He's got good value too, and hopefully we can get some game time into him, maybe on loan. If we head over into the switch over to next season, or this season, we've made a few different transfers here, nothing huge. On the outs, we have sold Unai Lopez, one of our fan favourites. He's 29. We need to get some value for him now. We did pay 4.7 million for him. We've got 4.1 back, and we'll try and reinvest that. We made a little bit of a loss on him, but he's been fantastic for us over the journey. On the ins, we have Gianfranco Asani, another new gen. We'll stick him in the reserves, give him some game time online, and see how he develops. Fabian Rieder, just some backup in central midfield. Someone that we can, hopefully use. Maybe he'll give us something extra, build that squad out. We got him in for free. Man City paid 10 million for him. We got him at the end of his contract. Toby Lawrence, he's a central defender. He's 6'5", another big guy. A regen, once again, huge value. We'll try and get games into him, see what he turns out like. Miguel Gutierrez, someone we've brought in to be maybe the first team player on the defensive left. Pretty cheap. Got him for 1.1 million. He wasn't getting any games for the Real Madrid first team, just playing in their B squad year in, year out. I think he's got great quality. He's got really good attributes for someone who hasn't played much game time. I think we can help him improve further, and maybe he can become a first team player for us. If we have a look at the schedule, you can see our pre-season was pretty good. The first two games, as we mentioned, we've won comfortably. That Atletico Pamplona, we had Gilmore score 2, Sadiq, Gomez and Garcia. And the 3-1 against Leganés, we had Sadiq score again, Trindade and Jamir Gomez. Good start to the season. Hopefully we can keep this going. We're just into the tactics page. I just want to show you we're still using the same tactic. We have changed out Trindade's role to inside forward rather than inverted winger. So we'll see how that goes. I've locked in some players. I want Jamir Gomez to play every single game on the left. He's young. I think our best hope of winning the title is to get these new gens up and going, make them high quality superstars as quick as possible. In the attacking midfield position, the advanced playmaker, I've locked in Sensi. He's fantastic. He's 30. I want us to get the best out of him. Last year, he came off the bench a fair few times. He only played 18 starts. I want him to start every game, see what he can produce. And on the right, our usual guy, Trindade. He's a superstar, or he's going to be. He's still only 18, I can't believe it. Once again, so many games we're going to try and get into him this year and really try and pump up with some training, that finishing, and hopefully move him into that striker position at some stage. We're also going to lock in 2 central defenders. Sutalo, he's a guy we got last year. He played very well last year, 7.12 rating, played 33 games. We'll lock him in there. And our new gen, Marko Manic, we're going to play him as much as we can. I think this is a year of building up our new gens, making them superstars, and then really pushing for the title the year after. That's the new strategy. I can't buy fantastic players. I don't have a budget. They never give me one. So I think we just keep getting these new gens, pump games into them, see if we can make them superstars. Manic, as I mentioned before, 6'5". He's got everything in the right places. Let's see if we can use him and make him a superstar. If we have a look at what the assistant would do, we'll pick without restriction here. We'll pick the best 11. He's got Sadiq up top. He has Adrissi there. Collado in the centre and the attacking midfield spot. Trindade earns his spot on the right. Billy Gilmore in centre midfield along with Muharrem Ademir. That's why I don't need to lock either of those guys in. They're going to win their position. We've got Fran Garcia on wing-back left. Torunariga and Sutalo in the centre. That's why I've locked in the other 2 guys. Well, Sutalo on the left and Manic in the right. Mafio, wing-back right. And Carrias, the goalkeeper we've had the whole time, slotting into that spot. Okay, we are going to simulate forward to the end of the January transfer window. As far as where I'd like to be, I want to be in that top 4 of the La Liga. I want to have advanced through our Euro Cup group, and I'd like to be deep into the Cups. We'll see how we're going. All right, see you then. Okay, we've done it. Our first piece of silverware as Rayo Vallecano. We've won the Spanish Super Cup. Even though, over here you can see, our board expectation was not important. Even a club that's never won anything, we couldn't care less about the Spanish Super Cup. But I'm going to take it. It's the first thing we've won. Excellent. Let's have a look in there. We beat Real San Sebastian 3-1. Let's check out who did the business for us. We had Umar Sadiq, a reliable striker, score not only one, but 2 goals. And our new gen centre-back, Marko Manic, scoring in the 113th minute to get us the victory. So we had 2 extra time goals to take the win and win our first piece of silverware. Looks like the man of the match here was Sadiq with those 2 goals, but we had a lot of people contributing, and our 2 centre-backs were playing extremely well. We check back in on the competition page. We are still in the Spanish Cup, a competition we managed to become runner-up last year. We've got Bilbao next in the quarterfinals. In the Euro Cup, things have gone quite well. We won our group, even with Arsenal in it, so that's awesome. We drew 2 and won 4. We did not beat Arsenal at all, but it looks like we've drawn with them twice. Excellent. We are now into the knockout stages. We won't find out who we're playing because the first knockout round's got to go first. In the Spanish First Division, if we expand that one out, we are currently sitting in a comfortable 4th position. We have 45 points on the board, 6 ahead of 5th, and we are close behind Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Atletico Madrid to really be pushing for the La Liga this year. Looks like Real Madrid are pulling away a little bit, but it's really tight. We've all won 3 games or 4 games. It looks like we are the breakaway pack. Hopefully we can stay up there in that pack, and you never know. If we get close to the end of the season, anything could happen. We've had 14 wins, 3 draws, and 4 losses. We've scored 47 goals, 21 against, with a positive 26 goal difference. I'd have to say that's a great start to the season. Checking in on the schedule, after the first 2 games, which you saw, we continued that run and beat Malaga 6-1. We then had our first loss to Getafe. We started a European Cup run with that draw against Arsenal. We then had wins against Valencia. They had 2 people sent off. Real Madrid, a big win, 3-2. We had a 4-1 win against San Sebastian. We then had our first win in Europe, 5-1 against Bodo. Another win against Vigo in the league. The draw against Almeria. And the winning just kept on going. Great result against Sevilla. And we went all the way into November with a really good run. We did not lose. It looks like for almost 2 months until we hit Valladolid and we got hammered 2-0. Fran Garcia got sent off to cause that one. We then had a massive win in the Euro Cup, 9-1 against Bodo. There was no send-off. We just played Bodo off the park. We kept the wins going in November until we hit December. Looks like a pretty poor December there. We had 2 draws in the different competitions. A loss to Bilbao. But we finished off the month with a 2-1 win against Levante. Things looked up in January. We beat Barcelona 2-1 at home. We then had our Super Cup run where we beat Real Madrid in the semi-final and San Sebastian in the final. No mugs, those 2 teams. Great result. I'm happy with our first piece of silverware, even though no one really cares about it. We had a loss to Mallorca in the middle there, and then continued our good form with a Spanish Cup 3rd round win. Not a great result. We should have done better than that. And a big 5-1 win against Atletico Pamplona, a draw against Leganes, and we've recently played our 4th Cup Spanish round match against Andorra with a giant 6-2 win. Having a look at the squad page, we can see that we have Umar Sadiq banging in the goals for us. 23 in all competitions so far. He has 10 in the league. That's probably not the best return he's had, but he is flying in the Euro Cup. 23 throughout the season so far. That's a great result. Jamir Gomez, someone we locked in on the attacking midfield left side. He's got 13 goals from that left wing and 3 assists already. He is improving rapidly. I'm really excited for what he's going to be in a year or two. Billy Gilmore from centre midfield's continuing his form from last season. 12 goals and 9 assists. Trindade continues to improve. 11 goals, 14 assists from that attacking midfield right spot where he is playing as an inside forward now. He just continues to get better week after week, month after month. I'm really excited for what the future holds with Trindade. Few goals coming from other people there. We've had Idrissi come off the bench 26 times and score 6 goals, which is great. Other players of note, Marko Manic, a guy we have been forcing to have games at centre defence. If we have a look at him, he is on the improve rapidly. So many upward arrows. He's playing beautifully. He's got a 7.33 average after 21 league games there. Playing even better in the Euro Cup, 7.7. He's only 19. Wow. Who knows what he's going to be. On the assist side of things, I'm really glad we've locked in Sensi there. He's got 16 assists at the advanced playmaker role. It looks like giving him that game time, trusting him to be the advanced playmaker, even though his physicals aren't very good. His mentals and technicals are out of control. He is just providing, really being that rock up in the forward line, dishing it off, assisting goals, doing it all. Trindade with the second most assists, and Pablo Mafio, our right back, getting 7 assists as well. Got a couple of players unhappy. Sadiq's unhappy at the sale of a player. We'll have a look at that in a moment. Firmino and Zidane, they both are unhappy because they want some extra time on the pitch, which they're not going to get. They're not good enough. They're bit players, backups. If we look at the average ratings, our best player this year is Stefano Sensi. Lucas Zidane had one really good game. Umar Sadiq, he's been up there every year. But we're starting to see a lot of people play well. That's what you want to see in your squad. Even though we've got a small squad, everyone is contributing. Unfortunately, Nicolo Ravella, he's still not getting games. I'm not sure whether he's going to stay very long. He's really good as a backup. Maybe we can convince him just to stay for that. He's not unhappy, so I think that's what we'll try and do. We've had some outs after the January transfer window. A few players going out on loan. But we have sold 2 players for some decent money. Fabian Rieder, a guy we only just got in at the start of this season. Only played 4 games. We've managed to move him on for $11.75 million. He wasn't getting games. He wasn't going to be part of our first team. That's just amazing business. I didn't even think that could happen after less than, 6 months at our squad. The other sale, someone we've had since the start. He was a Rayo Vallecano player when we first started up the save. Fran Garcia, it's really sad to see him go. He's been taken over by Gutierrez. He wanted to be a first team player. Liverpool came knocking. I'm not going to turn down $12 million. We're a very poor club in comparison to the other clubs in the Liga. $12 million. I couldn't turn that down. Good luck to Fran Garcia. I hope he does really well at Liverpool. What that does for us, it covers a whole bunch of our wage budget. We are currently spending a fair bit, almost $1 million a week. We've got a little bit of transfer budget. We'll save that to the end of the year, but our overall balance is $24 million. That's looking a little healthier than it has, and we don't have Champions League money coming in this year. So the sale of 2 players was about that. If you think about it, we would be in the red in another month's time, and then the board's not going to back us. So unfortunately, we had to sell a couple of players, 2 of our reasonably good squad players, and that's going to help us balance the books. It's something we're going to have to do. All right, that's been a great start, winning our first piece of silverware. Next stop, we will show you the youth intake that we get this year. Hopefully, we're still sticking in that top 4, maybe even better. See you then. Here we are back at the start of April, and we have moved up a position in the league table. If we expand that out, we are now in 3rd position. We have 60 points. We are trailing Real Madrid and Barcelona, as always. They're on 66 and 68 points, respectively. We have overtaken Atletico Madrid, and we sit comfortably in third position now, 5 points ahead of them. They've sort of gone back into the pack a little bit, with Bilbao just behind them fighting for that fourth position. 30 games are gone. We only have 8 left. What can we do in those 8? We'll have to wait and see. Checking on the competitions page, we are unfortunately knocked out of the Spanish Cup. We got knocked out by Bilbao. Seems like we've had a few losses to them this year. We'll have a look, check out how we went. We got to the 4th round against Andorra. That's the one we saw was 6-2. And then it was our next match, the quarterfinal. We got done in 2-0. In the Euro Cup, we have got our quarterfinal first leg. We have made it through. If we go to that second round knockout, we played Lille and we smacked them 10-1 on aggregate. That's amazing. So that means the second game was 4-0. 6-1 we beat them when we had the first leg. We're in the quarterfinals and we have Spurs. I don't know how to feel about this. Spurs are my team. Of course I want Vallecano to win this. I'm their manager. But I'm not going to be unhappy if we lose to Spurs and they go on and win the whole thing. Although they have won it in 22-23. As well as Chelsea and Real Madrid. Wow, some crazy good teams winning the Euro Cup. You just don't expect those two teams to not be in the Champions League knockout stages. The other teams that, if we get through, we might have to compete with, we've got Atalanta, Chelsea, they're back in it. Nantes, Arsenal, who were in our group, Porto and Roma. So, with some luck, we could maybe get through this quarterfinal. But Spurs, they're a Premier League team. They're a big team. We'd be super lucky to get through that. We already said about the La Liga. We're in 3rd, which is excellent. Checking out the schedule since we last saw you. It doesn't look great. I don't know how we've really held on to that 3rd position. Actually gone up a position. We had a 3-2 win against Malaga at the start of February. We then lost that Spanish Cup quarterfinal. Getafe 1-0. And then we had a run of 3 consecutive defeats in La Liga. 1-0 to Valencia, 4-0 to Real Madrid, and a 6-3 drubbing against San Sebastian. That's a horrendous result. We then turned it straight around and beat Vigo 6-1. And then we've come into some form with our Euro Cup form. 6-1, as I had mentioned before, and 4-0 against Lille. We had a loss in the middle there to Sevilla, but we have finished off with 2 1-0 wins against Almeria and Las Palmas. Hopefully we can keep that form up for the rest of the year. We've got our new intake of youth players, and we have another elite talent. Not quite the 2s and 3s of the amount of elite talent as we have in the past, but we continue each year to produce an elite talent at least. This year's elite talent is Jose Alberto Rubiera. He is an attacking midfield left player. Let's head in, check him out. First thing I like to do always is check out our determination. It's not really good enough. And the personality, lighthearted. It's okay. I'm not real thrilled with how this guy looks. His teamwork, which is an important attribute, is really good. But apart from that, I don't really see a huge future for Rubiera. Maybe he'll start producing some goods after a bit of time in the youth team. He's a 5-star potential, so you never know. Fingers crossed. We do have a couple of top talents. We'll have a quick look at them. Whoa, okay. Didn't expect that. Juan Maria Mourinho. He looks way better than the previous guy. Okay. Awesome. So we're going to hang our hat on him a little bit more. Hopefully he becomes good. All right, Mourinho. He's only a 4-star potential ability. 1.5-star current. He's got some good attributes. All right. And we have an African guy come into our youth setup. Morley Traore. And he's not looking too bad either. He's a wing-back left, which is always a position that's hard to come across in Football Manager this year. I like the way his attributes look. That determination's excellent. Personality is realist. That's okay. And his teamwork is 16 as well. I'm probably more excited by our top talents than I am by our elite talent. We then have the usual glut of good talents, and then decent talents. I'm not sure why we even bother with those when we are a La Liga team. Once again, it says it's a golden generation for the club. I'm glad it is, because we don't have the money to spend splashing around on top quality players. All right, end of the season beckons next. Top 4, we should be able to lock that away. I can't see us faltering that far. Can we push for second maybe? And that Euro Cup run, how far can we take it? Can we get past Spurs? See you then. And we've done it. We've managed to hold on to that third place position and finish the season with 75 points. I'll expand out the league table. Barcelona and Real Madrid have come first and second again. If we have a look at the past winners, it has been Real Madrid in the first 2 seasons of this save. Then Barcelona, they're on their 3rd in a row. We have finished 3rd. That's our equal best result of all time. Back in 22-23, we came 3rd as well. We're back to where we should be. Just sticking on the Spanish First Division page. Nothing of real note here. We don't have anyone in the goals tally, but we do have Stefano Sensi. I think it's been a masterstroke, locking him into that advanced playmaker spot. He is the 2nd best player according to average ratings. Super happy about that. Good on him. He is probably now, almost 31. I know I've got a policy of getting rid of players when they hit 30. He's got a lot of value to him, and I could move him on. He's just too valuable. I might have to transition into a slightly new mode where we keep some of our best players. We'll have to wait and see what the new transfer window throws up at us. We're on the competitions page, and the only change has been the Euro Cup. We actually did get through against Spurs. We got to the semi-finals. Let's go in, have a look, see how we went. The final is going to be played between Arsenal and Chelsea, both Premier League teams. Seems to happen a fair bit, doesn't it? So if we head to that quarter-final, it looks like we were 2-0 down against Spurs, and we came back in the second leg and won it 3-0 to push over the top of them in that quarter-final. What a result. I think that's progress. Getting over a team like Spurs, I'm not quite sure we've been this far in Europe. Let's go and have a look. We'll check out our history. We'll look at our competitions. Check out the Euro Cups. What did we do? We've lost to Chelsea in the Euro Cup semi-final twice now in the 2 seasons that we have currently played in the Euro Cup. We made the quarter-final that first season as well. We've done really good in the Euro Cup in the times we've been there. If we check out the Champions Cup, we've been in there twice, and we have not got through the group stages. So that's probably next year's aim. Now that we've finished 3rd, I'd really like to get through those group stages, show we are becoming a top team. As far as the domestic leagues, while we're here, we are now an established First Division side, which is great. And look at our run here: 5th, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 3rd. We have not finished lower than 5th. What a start to our career at Rayo Vallecano. Something's going to click real soon, I think, especially with all these new gens I have recruited and giving games to. We are going to win the title in the next 5 years. I'm going to give us 10 years to do it. I will stop the save after 10 years if we get that far, but I think we'll do it around that time, maybe just before would be great. If we check out the schedule to finish the season, we had those 2 1-0 wins against Almeria and Las Palmas last time we checked in. We continued that with a 2-0 win against Villarreal. We then had those 2 legs against Spurs with the 3-0 comeback, which was excellent. We even had a player sent off and managed to, after the send-off, come back with 3 goals. 2 really late ones, an 86-minute penalty and a 90th minute Umar Sadiq goal to get us through the quarterfinals. Our league form wasn't great. I'm not sure how we've finished 3rd, to be really honest. A 3-2 loss to Atletico, who were chasing us. A 2-2 draw to Huesca, that's poor. We then got smacked in both legs against Chelsea, 3-1. Bit of draw to Levante. But we did finish the season a little better. 3-1 wins against Bilbao and Mallorca. And we finished the season with an away draw to Barcelona. Nothing to be upset about. We were actually winning all the way up until the 93rd minute when Depay scored a tying goal. That's a bit devastating, really. We have had a lot of players play a lot of games. We've got Stefano Sensi playing 53 games for the season. That's remarkable. Without huge injury. His conditioning now is just horrendous, but that's the season over. We're not going to be too concerned about that right now. Looking at the goals tally, this is, wow, look at that. We've got 4 players in 20-plus goals for the season. Jamir Gomez coming off the left, Gilmour from centre midfield attack, Trindade coming off the right, and of course Sadiq, our leading line striker. We still had other people chipping in with goals. Idrissi, our super sub, 45 sub appearances, 9 goals. Manic, our brand new gen central defenders, got 8 goals, probably from set pieces. He's so tall. And Sutalo doing the same thing. Assists, we have another great result. We have 4 players with over 10 assists each. Gilmour, Maffio, Trindade, and Sensi. 22 assists in a season. That's nothing to be sniffed at. In the average ratings, we have a huge amount of our team getting a 7 or higher. The only first teamers that didn't were Muharrem Aydemir. Overall, I'd have to say that is a really successful season. We've won our first piece of silverware, the Spanish Super Cup. It doesn't mean much, but I'm really excited we've won something for this club who's never won a thing. We've finished 3rd. We've made the semi-finals of the Euro Cup. We're in the Champions League next year, and that's very exciting. Plus, all of our players are improving, and they're only going to get better. And we could build on this squad, and who knows, is next year the year? As always, thank you so very much for watching. This is Bottom Dwellers. We're Rayo Vallecano, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. If you like what I do, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye.